Hey, Wonderhussy here. This weekend I'm at this weird post-apocalyptic desert festival called Wasteland Weekend. It's basically a bunch of people who are obsessed with the apocalypse and Mad Max and this whole like weird post-apocalyptic vibe. But it's actually a really cool festival because they require that you wear a costume. Look, these bounty hunters, they caught somebody. It's like this game. I'm not really sure how it works, but you can sign up to be hunted and have a bounty put on you. And then these guys come and find you. I'm not really sure what's going on. You know how you go to the Renaissance fair and some people are dressed like the Renaissance and some people are dressed like medieval times. Some people are dressed like fairies, belly dancers. This festival, they want to make sure that there's not that weird hodgepodge. So they are very specific about the type of costume you're supposed to wear because it's meant to be an immersive festival, okay? You're supposed to really feel like you're in this weird post-apocalyptic desert trading post where everyone's just making do with scavenged items. It's really a trip, so I appreciate how hardcore they are about costumes because it makes the experience way more immersive. Look at this beater old muscle car, I love it. That would definitely survive any apocalypse, right? A Camaro. So the way this festival works is, through the gate there, you're only allowed to camp inside the gate if you have a full-on post-apocalyptic looking RV camp. Everything has to look like it would be, you know, in a post-apocalyptic desert trading post. Now, a lot of people don't have that kind of RV, right? They just have the costume. So for those people, you can camp out here. Which, you know, you can see there's a Honda Element that's been sort of done up to look post-apocalyptic, but you know, everything out here doesn't have to be totally legit. But even back here, like, everybody makes an effort to make their camp look real busted up. Okay, let's go check out where I'm camped. I don't have a crazy post-apocalyptic looking camo net or anything to put over my truck, so we just kind of set up a little camp back here with a group of friends of mine that are here. They run a camp called the Badlands Bordello. Okay, look, here's the front of the Badlands Bordello. Look how cool this is. Look. Yikes. It's an actual speakeasy. You have to know the password to get in. And then once you go in, there's a bar and a lounge and all kind of really funky little seating areas.
The only problem with the murder party is that...
Look how cool this is. I mean, at night, this was all lit up. It was so cool. Bar, an old-timey phonograph, music, this wheel of, I don't remember what they call it, the wheel of death. You spin it and you have to do all these different challenges like get spanked by a stranger, take a shot. I had to take a shot and they gave me the shot out of a gas can. Let me see if I can find the gas can. I don't know where it is, but it was actually not bad, whatever was in it. And then check this out, they got some reading material here if you want to just chill out in the shade and read. Pretty things. Oh, it's a book about pinup chicks. Look how cute. Josephine Baker. Or wait, maybe that's not Josephine Baker. Look at these girls. So cute, I love this. Anyway, just a nice place to chill and relax, have a drink. But I'm camped out back where all the unglamorous tents are just sort of piled up. I'll show you my camp area. It's not very fancy because it's only a 3-day festival. I didn't want to spend a lot of time getting ready for it. But I'm back here. It's my sister's car. Backed up to my car. I just kind of put up a shade structure. Some kind of weird fabrics on it to make it look like post-apocalyptic. There's all my crap. Home sweet home. Look at this guy's armor, it's made out of spoons. He made shoulder pads out of spoons, I love it. The creativity here is amazing. Look at this horse, man, this thing is so cool. Look at that thing, it's badass. Look, it's some kind of car parade. Everybody's demoing or parading around in their crazy mutant vehicles. It's a lot like Burning Man in that respect, where people make these crazy cars, but instead of being fish and unicorns and whimsical stuff, it's all just post-apocalyptic badass cars. That's my friend Tommy Gunn's rig, Big Mama. Okay, things kind of look cooler here at night just because of all the kind of like fire glow and stuff. But check this out, this Mel Gibson Shrine looks pretty dramatic at night. They found this at a Goodwill store right before the festival. It was like the find of the century. And they made an altar out of it because, you know, Mel Gibson was in the very first Mad Max movie. Look at that, somebody drew this with pen and ink or charcoal or pencil or something. Pretty good likeness of him. And since that's kind of who this festival is all about in a weird way, here's the shrine. Okay, now we're coming up on the Thunderdome. If you've ever seen Mad Max, they have that giant Thunderdome where people would battle it out. Well, here, they built a replica of it, and any two people can get in there if you sign a waiver and fight each other with these giant foam bats. Whoa, far out. Okay, here's another camp. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's an old, like a cargo ship, all rusty. Rusty old beached cargo ship. That was probably a tanker carrying toxic waste or something like that. And it crashed on this beach, and now there's this sort of party around it. I mean, these people put so much effort into building this replica ship. This is amazing. Look at this. Okay, check this camp out. It's like a circus camp, right? Or like a, well, carnival camp, because they have this carnival game. It's like a claw that you know the claw that you lower down to try to catch a stuffed animal? Well, they have a live human claw. Look, this chick laying on this thing. You get to control her, and she reaches down to grab stuff. Wow, let's check it out up close. Lowering her down. That's so funny, I love it. Let's see. Oh yeah, they got her to grab a doll. Oh, look how cute. She's barely holding it though. Like, you know how those claw machines barely grab it? That is so funny. Let's see if she gets it all the way up, and then he gets to keep the prize. Oh no, she dropped it. She dropped it before it went into that trough. Darn it, so close. Hey, because it was my birthday last week, this group of Shriners is going to sing happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you! Ooh, what's this camp? Oh, it's like some burlesque. Check this burlesque babe out. Whoa, it's a BBW burlesque. Wow. This is a performance by a drag queen, Lady Vajayjay. Okay, it's the next day. It's really windy, so the audio is probably terrible. But I got up and I'm going over to this bikini contest where one of my friends is competing. So I want to go support her. And I'm sure there's going to be some really creative, well, it's a swimsuit competition, not a bikini. So who knows what kind of swimsuits they'll have. Let's go find out. Wow, there's a lot of people here to watch this bikini contest or swimsuit contest. Look at all these rigs. You guys probably know what all these are. Look at this little tank. Look, there's a sheriff's car. Even out here, this is on private property, okay? This festival actually bought this land so that they could come back here and use it every year for their camp out. But even though it's on private land, police are here. It's kind of weird. Look at this. That is sick. Look at this hell Camino. How cool is that? That's pretty sick. Holy cow, look at this guy's camera. Look, here's the message board that tells you what's going on every day. So like today, you can see here at noon, there's a swimsuit contest. Then there's gonna be a motorcycle cruise, a car cruise at 3. Jugger, I'm not sure what that is. It's some kind of Mad Max fighting game. Costume contest, ooh, we definitely gotta go check that out. Group photo, and then a party at the Badlands Bordello, which is where I'm staying. Okay, now this part over here is called Barter Town. This is where you can actually buy stuff that people make, arts and crafts, and this there's this camp here called Dinky Dive. I guess if you've seen Mad Max, they eat some kind of gross dog food out of a can to survive. So this camp actually makes their own chili. They used to make it out of kangaroo, and then they would can it up in these little Dinky Dye cans, and you could buy them for like $8. California outlawed the sale of kangaroo meat now, so I think they've changed it to wild boar. But look at all these people lined up to get a can of wild boar chili in a dog food can. What the hell? What's wrong with people? Yeah, wild boar chili in Dinky Dye or Dinky D cans. $9. Dang. Okay, so I caved and I spent $9 on a can of this Dinky Dye dog food that they used to eat because that was the only food left. Check this can out. It's actually just wild boar chili. They used to make it with kangaroo meat, like I was saying earlier, but California outlawed the sale of kangaroo meat, so now it's made with boar chili. But in the movie, it's supposed to be dog food. Anyways, look. Balanced nutrition meat and veggies, 800 grams. It has all the nutritional information as if it were actual dog food. Poultry byproducts, all this crazy stuff. Nutritious raw pets, packed by the Gibson Product Company of the Outback, Australia, which they even spelled Australia wrong. Anyways, let's see how it is. Got my sport clipped on here. They already took the lid off for me. See how delicious this is. Pretty good. So here's Barter Town. See, it's like a swap meet. It's supposed to look like a post-apocalyptic desert trading outpost where people have scavenged all kinds of crazy stuff. Selling it, trading it. Gas cans, look at that. Look at all these weapons. All for sale. Oh, well, look at all these army boots, hats. Look at this. Yikes. Look at this friggin' horse. How cool this is. The guy who built it said he'll take me for a ride on it. This is so cool. I think this guy should take this thing to Sturgis. Talk about horsepower. Okay, I want to say a few words about this headdress I made. I only had one day to get ready for this festival. Somebody gave me the tickets, which, by the way, thank you, Rob and Donna. I really appreciate your generosity. My sister and I had a friggin' blast. Anyways, somebody gave me the tickets fairly last minute, like a week and a half, 2 weeks before the event. So I had a bunch of other stuff going on, and I only had one day to get ready. And people you saw from all the footage get really creative with their costumes and stuff here. So I knew I couldn't just show up and half-ass it. So I used my one day to make this headdress, which took like 10 hours to make, but astonishingly, I had everything for it in my house already, except for the zip ties. I had to go buy zip ties. But I had this dog skull from Venezuela. I found it in Venezuela in 2009 when I went there on a vacation with one of my ex-boyfriends, and found this dog skull on a beach and kept it ever since. Figured it would come in handy for something one of these days, and it finally did. And then I just glued crazy stuff all over it and made this mohawk out of zip ties. And then I put these tea lights up top so that at night, it's not quite dark enough right now to see, but it really is a cool effect in it. It looks like a flaming mohawk. And then I made this crazy outfit of odds and ends, other stuff that I had. And that, this outfit is tame compared to some of these people out here, okay? But I love it. I love the aesthetic of this festival. The fact that people are so craftsy and spend so much time building this stuff, like this freaking horse, is so amazing. I mean, even this bordello, they spend all this time setting this up. People really, really bring it for this festival. And astonishingly, they're very friendly. People are really friendly here. They're nice. Nicer than at Burning Man, frankly. So, will I come back to this again? I'd like to. I already have a bunch of ideas for new costumes for next year, so we'll see.